Welcome back, everybody. Tom's Tiny Kitchen pimento cheese is now available at more than a dozen grocery stores around town and at several farmers markets in Memphis. But if you're not familiar with it, you are gonna be after today's segment. I love pimento cheese.
Yes, she does. She's a big fan. And Tom and Jill Flournoy are here to tell us all about it and perfect timing for March Madness watch parties. I'll also be sharing with us one of their recipes for bacon wrap poppers. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you guys for having us.
Okay, so fill us in about who you guys are. You've been making pimento cheese for 2.5 years?
That's right. We started off by selling in the local farmers markets, and now we sell to essentially all the grocery stores here in Memphis, in the metropolitan area.
So why pimento cheese out of everything? why was this a favorite?
Well, I lost my job and needed to make some money, and people liked the pimento cheese. It was originally my mother's recipe.
Oh,
and
man,
so
Mom came through.
Boy, did she.
Man, Mom came through. And it's been a huge hit, right? I mean, so you started off, I mean, how quickly have you expanded as far as your product?
Well, we sold exclusively to the farmers markets for about 1.5 years, so we've been in the grocery stores about 1.5 years, or a year or so. So it's really growing quickly.
Okay, what's so great about your pimento cheese?
It's just very tasty.
I see you've got a couple, I see chipotle on one of them. Are they all a little spicy, or can you get?
No, we have the classic, which is just classic pimento cheese, and then the chipotle, which has a little heat and a smoky kind of flavor.
And so today you are going to show us how to make what?
Pimento cheese poppers.
Okay. All right.
Okay, because I always need appetizers. I can think of entrees and things to serve at parties, but appetizers I always come up like blank. So tell us a couple things.
If you want to be the #1 seed at your party, then this is what you should try.
This is what we need to be making, right?
So what do we do?
Well,
You're gonna.
The beauty of these two is that you can make them in advance. I mean, I could take these and freeze them, put this all in a Ziploc bag, pull them out, and do it later. So when you're making them, if you have time, you can go ahead and make a lot and then, you know, pull them out of the freezer as you need them. But you start with the jalapeno peppers, and I've gone ahead at home and washed and have these and scraped the seeds and the membranes out.
You didn't do it. I did it.
He is not going to let you get away with that on TV.
Yes. I was doing some other things while he did that.
Thank you for doing that. So you've taken the seeds out because otherwise this would be way hot, right?
Yeah. I mean, and you know, if people like the seeds in, that certainly is fine. But then you take that and you take a spoonful of pimento cheese.
Okay.
And you kind of mush it down in. You don't want it to mound up over the top too much because it tends to when it bakes, to come out. So you do that.
Kind of fill it up like a little boat.
Yep, and then you take half a strip of bacon. Yeah, the only 3 ingredients, the pimento cheese, the bacon, and the jalapenos. Okay. And you take the bacon and you start.
And if this was a half a strip of bacon, that bacon strip had to be about a yard long.
I think it's a full strip of bacon.
You know what? It stretches. No, this is actually half a strip.
It is?
Yeah, it really is half a strip. I cut it all in half.
It wraps around perfectly.
Yes.
Well, and that's, you know, you try to cover all the cheese so that it keeps the cheese in when it's baking.
So cover the cheese up.
Also, it doesn't always work out, but it's ideal if you can have the seams on the bottom because they tend to shrink up. So, and then you just kind of secure it with a toothpick, and voila.
Oh,
and then awesome. You take these and put them in a 375-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes.
And that's it?
That's it. Now, sometimes the bacon is not crisp enough or brown enough to suit me, so I'll turn the broiler on and just watch it very carefully and let it stay under the broiler until it gets
Can you eat those room temperature, or do they really need to be eaten hot?
No, you can eat a room temperature.
So that's why that's good for parties that just kind of sit out for a little bit.
Yes,
so how many do you really make at a time, or do you just go by the pieces of bacon that are in the package?
I usually do a dozen peppers at a time, which makes 24, obviously, and and that's usually, I mean, you know, if you're having a bigger crowd, you'd have to do a lot lot more than that. But
how long will they stay good frozen? You said you could freeze them. You know, a couple days?
I would say, longer than that. I would say probably a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
And right here, these are not poppers, of course.
Yes,
what do you have right here?
Well, these are some tomatoes that we have hollowed out. Oops, they're falling over. And stuffed with pimento cheese. And what I've done before is I've gone to the olive bar at the grocery store and also the produce department, and I've gotten tomatoes. I've gotten these peppers, excuse me, the orange and
Oh yeah,
red
they're
ones.
kind of sweeter, right?
Those are pretty.
These are not hot peppers. They taste just like bell peppers, but they're wonderful if you have them and half them and put the pimento cheese in those, and it's quick, easy. You don't have to turn the oven on or
Who
anything.
would have thought? I just thought you had pimento cheese with crackers.
So,
You know what I mean?
no, pimento cheese goes way beyond crackers and celery these days.
Yeah. So it's just pimento cheese. That's it inside
That's
here.
just
Nothing
pimento
else.
cheese, yeah, and I just sprinkle some parsley on top for a little additional color, but that's it. Yeah, and actually I did those last night, and you know, they've held up fine. So
Well, I might have to
I'll
just try me
I
one.
bet.
I
You
don't
got-
know, right?
You got bacon hands. Don't touch my tomato. give me a small one.
Here you go, ma'am.
There we go.
And another thing that I like to do is to get the largest green olives in the olive bar that you can find and take out whatever's stuffed in them, if they have something stuffed in them, and put pimento cheese in those. Green olives stuffed with pimento cheese.
good.
It tastes really good.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. It really is. You need to try one.
So this is the finished version right here of the
Yes.
poppers.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you for the close-up of my mouth.
So where can people
It's
pick
good,
up
huh?
the different pimento cheeses and what stores?
Most of the area Kroger's have it, including in northern Mississippi.
Okay.
And Whole Foods, the Easy Ways, 3 Easy Ways have it, John's Pantry in Cordova, Miss Cordelia's, and Charlie's Meat
It is
Market.
so good.
And
High Point
High Point
Grocery and Superloaf.
Okay.
Super Loaf.
So
yeah.
any place you shop in Memphis should have it. Yes.
them.
Right.
And how much would you say a tub?
How much what?
How much
is
does
it?
it cost?
Money? Not,
Money what?
not enough. It's usually $6.99. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That goes a long way. That will feed a lot of people if you
Yeah.
fix them like this.
Well, and the other thing that I would like to say that Tom did not mention earlier about the pimento cheese is it's all natural. There are no preservatives, no additives.
That's
right.
important.
So it's as clean and as healthy as pimento cheese can be.
Well, your mom hit a home run.
She did.
Love the
She
recipe.
did.
Do you have any other ideas? People can maybe contact you guys or figure out other recipes?
Yeah, if people would like to go to our website, we have a section of recipe blog on there. It's tomstinykitchen.com. And we have some wonderful recipes on there for all kinds of, for entrees, other appetizers,
Yeah.
side dishes and all.
Please come back soon and make something else.
How about
We would
tomorrow?
love to.
Okay,
Yes.
tomorrow.
Lauren is your #1 fan with this pimento cheese. Let me tell you.
Well, I hope you join that group as well.
I know.
I
She's
will.
gonna get in on it.
Right now.
Thank y'all so much for coming. For more,
Thank you both for having us.
Yeah.
for more information about Tom's Tiny Kitchen pimento cheese, including a full list of where it's available, here's a napkin. I bet you're spilling all of
Thank
this.
you.
It's all on our website at localmemphis.com and click on the Find It link. I'll talk for you. It's okay. Coming up, the owner of Arlington Computers is here to answer questions about viruses and Windows 8, and that's coming up after the break. We're going to eat.